Alexa, turn on the lights in my office. All right. Hey, beautiful people. This is Lamondre, and I wanted to come and share just a few things with you today. I'm gonna give a little bit more time for folks to kind of come on because I realized that this was not something that I announced earlier, that it was not something that I necessarily had planned out, but I felt like I wanted to share with you what was going on and just kind of explain to you what my train of thought was. And if you're looking at this right now, if you're listening to this right now, let me know that you're out there. You can leave some comments out there, some reactions. Just say hi. I should be on, I think it's Instagram. I believe I'm live on Instagram. I think I'm live on YouTube in a couple of spots. And I'm also live, I believe, on LinkedIn. And yeah, and I can see your comments. I can see all of that. So if you're there, just shoot a hey or a reaction or something just to let me know that you're out there and that you are listening. And I really, really appreciate you for joining tonight. And so, what it is, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, what it is that I'm really excited um, about the launch of something that I've been working on kind of in the shadows and behind the scenes. And it's my new podcast. It's called the Live Big, Live Full, Live Authentic Daily Affirmation Podcast. And it is officially live. As of today, April the 13th, we went live, and you can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts from. You can listen to it on Spotify, on Apple, on Amazon, and I'm adding new destinations as I go. In fact, we're going to be on YouTube shortly, even though it's an audio podcast. We will be on YouTube, and so you can check it out there. And you can also visit liveauthenticdaily.com. That's liveauthenticdaily.com. And you can find the podcast there, but you can also find other helpful resources to really help you embrace the concept of the podcast and what it is. And so in order to really get that, I want to explain to you why I created this in the first place. And it really stemmed from a very organic and natural place. With the way that the world is right now, the condition that we find ourselves in, things can be really heavy, chaotic, even noisy. And it's easy to get lost in all of that. It's easy to forget who we actually are. And I know that I needed something to help me stay grounded. I needed something that would pull me back to the center, something that would help me get centered. And I realized that other people probably needed something like that too. And I know that you all have seen like a lot of the advocacy videos that I've been doing. I know you've seen, many of the things where I'm trying to explain what's happening with the government as it relates to people with disabilities and what it could possibly mean for our futures and, different social justice topics and things that are really near and dear to my heart. And so often we can get so caught up in the fight that we can lose ourselves, that we begin to almost take on the issues rather than fight for or against certain things. And so this podcast really was designed as a daily practice, a daily rhythm, a quick moment to just get grounded, to get clear, to come back to yourself. And I designed it so that it's not long. Each episode is only about 2 minutes every day. And the idea behind it really is that you just take those 2 minutes to just shift the energy, to come back to who you are, to really get centered. and recognize that the external world does not necessarily dictate who we are internally. And our thing is to show up to impact the external world. So that's why I created the podcast, because it really was a place for me to get centered, to get realigned. And that's because I believe in the power of affirmation. I do. I don't believe that affirmations are just saying positive words. I don't think that affirmation is just putting good things out in the air. I believe that affirmations are an intentional telling of the truth. There's a scripture that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And I have learned that over time that what we speak can actually shape our hearts. I believe that words are just that powerful. And the things that we say, the things that we repeat, especially to ourselves, they begin to really form what we believe. And there's another scripture that says that faith comes by hearing. And even if what we're hearing is coming from our own voice speaking into our lives, it can certainly impact the situation. And see, you're building something powerful when you say certain things out of your mouth, particularly about yourself, because your voice, well, that becomes your internal voice. And those things do indeed affect what you believe about yourself, and your belief turns into behaviors. And those behavior, well, they begin to create the life that you eventually live. And so when I think about affirmation, when I think about the power of that, that's why it was so important for me to do it in this format. And there's one more scripture that comes to mind. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching to you, but I definitely want to share why this was so important to me. There's another scripture that says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of them flows the issues of life. That basically means your heart, your core, your center, the thing that really is the core of who you are. It drives everything else. So what you allow in, what you speak over yourself, it matters deeply. And this podcast was designed to help you guard that space, to help you fill your heart with truth about who you are, to help you condition your mind with intention, with truth, and with the power of the realization of who you actually are and who you're becoming. Now, I recognize that sounds really heavy, that sounds really deep, but I want you to know that this is not designed to be a heavy lift. This is a daily practice, but what it is that every single day I'll put up a new affirmation, and that affirmation will only be 2 to 3 minutes long at best. And you can listen to it anytime, whether it be in the morning, the midday, or in the evening, whatever works best for you. The design behind this is that you use it the way that you want to. And you can do it when things are quiet, when you're working out, when you're on your way to work, when you're on your commute, or if you're just decompressing after the day and you want a minute to just kind of unwind. The idea behind this is that I'll be right there with you, giving you these affirmations and helping you realign with who you are and how you want to show up in the world. My goal behind this is that it really becomes a daily practice, that it's the kind of thing that doesn't add something extra to your plate, but it's a place of refreshing, that it's a place of nourishment, that it's a place, again, of centering. And if you want to take things a little bit deeper, I actually created a resource guide that's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's called the Authentic Living Breakthrough. And you can go to the website to get it. Go to authenticlivingdaily.com to get that. But what it is, it's a self-paced tool that helps you get clarity about what's really important to you, about how to let go things that are draining you, and really to help you move forward with alignment and in the direction that you want to go. And again, it's designed to be a companion to the podcast, but the truth is, it's also a great standalone guide. Again, there's not any particular way to engage with it, but nonetheless, I created it so that it can be a support to you if you want to go a little bit deeper. And again, you can go to the website liveauthenticdaily.com and get your free guide. It's really a great guide, and it's really helpful. So yeah, check that out. And also, I recognize that there are some people that are saying, "Wait a minute, don't you have another podcast called My Big Full Authentic Life? What happened to that?" Well, listen, that show still exists and is still out there. But I have to be transparent with you. I haven't produced a new interview recently, and that's because I've been dealing with some health problems. And I don't know if you recognize it or not, but that show is a really heavy lift. And what I mean by that is it's important to me that whatever I produce, whatever I put out there, that is done in a spirit of excellence. And I've been dealing with chronic pain for years now, but there are times when it flares up and it's worse than others. And the amount of time that I have to put into that particular show in order to produce a quality product, I just couldn't sit for months that long and do the editing and do the promoting and do all the things that was required for that show. And so that's why you haven't seen a new episode in quite some time. But I am much better now. I'm much better. So we will be returning with new episodes of that show. And honestly, I've got some incredible interviews that I've already recorded. The beautiful part about this is that the things that we talk about on that show, they're evergreen. The principles that we teach on that show, they're the kinds of things that are lessons for a lifetime. So it's not that any of the information is going to be old or stale or anything like that, because there really are lifetime lessons in that show. So we will be producing new episodes of the My Big Full Authentic Life podcast. Just be on the lookout for that. So I really do appreciate your patience on that. Hey, Wendy. Hola, my sister. So that's it. That's it. This is really your invitation to check out the Live Big, Live Full, Live Authentic Daily Affirmation Podcast. Again, you can get it anywhere that you get your podcast, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, wherever it is. And if you don't like any of those, you can actually go to the website, liveauthenticdaily.com, and get the episodes. And do me a favor. If these podcasts resonate with you, if you enjoy them, if they help you, if you recognize them for the tool that they are, do me this favor. Go subscribe to it. Leave me a review and share it with someone who you believe could benefit from this kind of thing, could benefit from positive affirmation, could benefit from speaking truth to themselves. Because this is what happens. When we speak truth to ourselves, we build our own beliefs in who we are and what we're becoming. And when we live from that place, when we live from a place of truth, when we live from a place of integrity, when we live from a place of values and realizing that we are responsible for the outcomes in our own lives, that's when we can live with impact. So please check it out. The Live Big, Live Full, Live Authentic Daily Affirmation Podcast is live, and it will be. And every day I will show up with a new affirmation for you. Go sign up to it, subscribe, leave me a review. And remember this: live big, live full, live authentic. Thank you so much. God bless you. I love you. And we gonna holler, good people. Take care.